start SLusH versus Mini game number 2. Minigun is up 1 game over SLusH. We're on Lost Temple. Interesting choice.
Yeah. I guess SLusH does want to play more open, hopefully, but obviously it's going to be really dependent on spawn positions. We saw what SLusH did, obviously, in his first match versus Pain User, though. He punished Pain User there in close positions, which we do get here. So Root Minigun spawning in the eastern position here. On Lost Temple is the teal Protoss, and in the southern is the red Zerg Root SLusH. So both players from Team Root pushing into the second round here. We're going to be pushing into the finals as well. We were just mentioning, we did see SLusH versus Pain User as we were waiting for the first game there, and SLusH punished Pain User for sitting back. So don't know what his SLusH did pick this map as the loser. I don't know what his actual thought process again, but maybe he thinks he can get something out here again.
So Minigun actually dropping a forward pylon, and the reason why I said uh-oh is this could be why he picked this map, is that a lot of really early on in the beta, forged fast expansions are really popular from the Protoss players when Zealots build faster because it was so much safer. But during the current I don't know what to call it, the current
State
build
of the Union
of StarCraft 2. These forged fast expansions versus Zerg are really risky unless you're doing offensive cannons. Because if you just sit back in your base behind a wall with a Nexus up, Zerg player can double, triple expand. Like, it's insane. The number of hatcheries they can get up while you're trapped inside your base saying, "Don't attack me, bro." So there goes the Forge, and as long as SLusH is going to be able to prevent any cannons from being dropped in his natural, and you can see there's a drone down at the bottom of his ramp watching for this.
Yeah,
this is actually going to put SLusH ahead as long as he plays this correctly. And he does have the hatch down, so he's going hatch first, and we could see another hatchery shortly afterwards if Minigun does drop a Nexus here.
Yeah, the probe from Mini does reach up to the high ground, so
Zerg revenge, he's blocking the Nexus.
Yeah, he's going to... I don't know if the Mini is going to drop the Nexus, or... He is going to throw down something.
What is he going for?
What's he going to do next? There's the pylon behind the expansion of SLusH, so he is going to try to get that cannon rush there on the natural. SLusH is moving a lot of drones into position to harass us.
The probe! Oh, nice control by SLusH. Oh, but here comes the second probe. Oh, no. SLusH thought that he fought it off, but he was not able to just quite do that. Oh, the other probe almost goes down. SLusH looks like he'll be able to hold off the first couple cannons, and this is dangerous. This is really nice positioning here by Mini, so it's going to be hard to get a lot of drones in on this. But SLusH could just go for the pylon here. Oh, there's a second pylon there instead of another cannon. So this is wonderful positioning. This one cannon is completely trapped in by pylons. This is super annoying, and this is really the much better way of doing the cannons. Just instead of always going for the bottom of the ramp, SLusH just has to completely back off here. There's no possible way he can break this at the moment. He's gonna have to wait for roaches, and he doesn't have enough spawning pool yet. So good job here by Minigun. SLusH almost deflected that with some great drone control, but he just barely slipped a probe in there.
Yeah, so Mini's going to take the time exactly to throw down his Nexus. He does get a cannon up at his front. As you mentioned, spawning pool just started by SLusH. SLusH is going to try to pick up as much gas as he can. He's going to have to sack this expansion. Going to burn the larvae there, but this expansion will fall to the cannon fire for sure. Mini has walled himself in, actually, so he maybe didn't see that there wasn't a spawning pool down. He didn't get a chance to check out the full base there of SLusH, so possibly expecting a Zergling counterattack. So he's going to wall himself off very smooth as 2 cannons at the gateway wall there will secure Minigun for the foreseeable future, as SLusH is going to be very hard-pressed now to recover back from the economic lead that Mini is going to gain from this, and really just strong play from Minigun there. It's generally, I really thought SLusH had it with the with the drones that went in there to counter that, but the second probe was right in place for Minigun, and SLusH is going to be playing from behind now.
Yeah, and as a Protoss player, when this happens, Minigun's not doing it, and it's not going to bite him this time. But what you really need to do is you need to have some unit, probe, zealot, something
outside,
looking everywhere on the map for a hatchery. Because usually the Zerg player will have at least one drone off on the map somewhere, and they'll expand somewhere. So you think you've got them 2 bases to 1, and it's actually 2 bases to 2. And it's extremely dangerous if they manage to get that hatchery up and you don't know about it. I was casting a tournament, I don't remember which tournament it was, and Whiplash was doing really well, and then he did that. He did really nice cannon rush. This sort of same style, it worked really well, and then his opponent managed to get a hatchery down somewhere on the map, and he didn't find it, and that managed to lose him the game. So in this situation, for all you aspiring Protoss players, when you cannon successfully, scout the entire map. It's very, very important.
Yeah, absolutely. You can actually achieve that by just rallying one of the gateways out. So popping a zealot out of the front of the gateways or something like that, so that you do get that map control or that just that map awareness that the Greetorg was not Greetorg was talking about, but obviously Railgun was talking about. Sorry, I got all the names mixed up. But yeah, definitely want to get that as Roaches are going to try to push out from SLusH here. Pretty good cannon on the high ground there from Mini. I don't think the Overlords are in position to see that. I'm pretty confident they are not. So he is going to try to see if he can break this, possibly. It's a little risky for Mini to try to break this. He is getting the Nadius worm up, though. Nadius worm, sorry, to get that in position. So he will most likely be able to drop that actually right behind the base of Mini here. And if he's successful, Mini is just getting his 3 gateways out. So it's going to be actually a race to the worm as it just finished now.
Yeah, and it's going to depend on where he puts it, because Minigun actually has a pretty good sight range on the edges of his base. You can see he's even patrolling a Zealot at the top to make sure that no Nidus Worm can sneak in here. So if your opponent does not actually expand, one of the other common responses is this Nidus Worm. You can see he's aware of it, but this Overlord is flying right to the only empty spot in Minigun's.
Perfect.
Oh, he
doesn't get spotted by the turret.
Oh, if that was just a little bit farther down, Minigun would not have seen that, but he does see it immediately. That Nidus Worm is going to die because they are very, very fragile. So that's not going to work out for him, and that will tell Minigun that SLusH does not have another hatchery somewhere. So he's going to be feeling a lot more comfortable here. Going to break the forge at his front. Going to open up this wall, and that is a lot of roaches. Dear God, that is definitely a lot of roaches.
A lot of roaches from SLusH, but he has had the bottom side of the luck here. He's going to try to push in. Going to probably get cut up a little bit here by the cannons as he's trying to micro in. Force field stopping from solid reinforcements getting in there. Mini still has the ball there as the cannons are just basically not able to be touched by SLusH. SLusH is going to lose a lot of these roaches here to cut off the ball, but Mini's on basically 5-6 gateways, so he's going to be able to reinforce really quickly. The expansion from SLusH just started, more roach in production, but Mini is going to be able to push out here very, very shortly. He's had the economic lead here for the last, I don't know, about 5 minutes or so. He's got a 27 worker lead right now, and SLusH just not going to be able to answer even with his production, so I think Mini's going to probably look to close the door here. He's going to clean up these Overlords, make that Overlord pay for dropping that worm there, and probably just look to push SLusH in here and close the door.
Yeah, and Minigun did an excellent job here in fighting off this Nidus Worm, but, you know, if SLusH had gone for a hatchery somewhere else on the map, it would have been dangerous. But now he's just going to go in for the kill. He's just going to try and take out this natural, and there's just not going to be enough units to hold this off.
SLusH saying he was going to 6-pool, but
SLusH says he almost 6-pooled Minigun, but he thought it would be too cheesy. And then Minigun cannon rushes him, and he makes a smiley face, followed by GG.
Really good game.
Oh, very amusing, SLusH.